Hey, everybody, it's Mike from the Mike Wagner Show, powered by SonicWeb Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. SonicWeb Studios is the answer. SonicWeb Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960, or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. SonicWeb Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international war-ring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews in Evil Evan and George by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com on over 40 podcast platforms, heard in over 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music. Also heard on HamiltonRadio.net. Diamonds Radio, Oldies FM, and coming to a network near you. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, baseball gear, and more. Make great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Also T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, and phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. Check it out today. I'll support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, the MikeWagnerShow.com, and you can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com at the Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you do so today. We're here with a terrific lady who's a partner and editor of CNJ, which is the Christian News Journal, and also contributor to Fox News, and has interviewed a number of celebrities, including Harrison Ford, Dolly Parton, John Taylor, Jimmy Carter, Antonio Banderas, and more. She also has a new single that she recorded during the pandemic. We'll talk about that. And she also has a dream of being a singer, which got shelved for 10 years until meeting a wonderful lady who sang with Duran Duran, toured with Tina Turner, released 2 albums, and she's on the Creative Motion Network on Roku, and she has a brand new song out there, which is about to make it big on the charts, along with a few others. Live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful downtown Virginia, the multi-talented partner and editor of Christian News Journal, contributor to Fox News, and the amazing singer of her new song, Human. Ladies and gentlemen, the multi-talented Corine. Corine, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us.
Pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. What an introduction. I do need to buy you a coffee.
You know, I use a fill up right now. Just go to buymeacoffee.com and put on the Mike Wagner Show and throw in a few bucks in there too. I mean, it doesn't have to be Starbucks or anything like that, but
Thank you. Thank you.
Not a problem. What's great having you on board as well, too, that you're a partner editor of Christian News Journal, contributed to Fox News. You interviewed a number of celebrities, including Harrison Ford, Dolly Parton, John Taylor, Jimmy Carter, Antonio Banderas. Also forgot to mention that you're also a host on the Liberty Beacon TV network. You have dreams of becoming a singer, which she shelved for 10 years until meeting Anna Ross, who sang with Duran Duran, toured with Tina Turner. She had 2 releases, and you're on the Creative Network on Roku as well, the Creative Motion Network. You also have a new song out called Human, and you also had some other singles as well, too, like Fallen World, Planet Earth, and more. And you had an amazing career, Corine. And before we get into all that, tell us how you first got started.
Oh, gosh. You know, I never liked school. I quit school. I dropped out of high school. Long story short, I went back to school, got my degree, went to college and started covering sports. So I was covering hockey.
Wow.
And it started from there. So I was like, oh, look, I need to get my crap together. I'm 22 years old. I need to get a portfolio. And it kind of I worked my butt off. I worked for free. I did what I needed to do. I remember scrounging pennies to get coffee or get gas to get to to do a freelance gig. And when I mean freelance,
mm-hmm.
Just so I build up my resume. And so like music at that time, like, look, I need to make money. I left New York. I was like, I need to make money. I can't play games anymore. So I just put everything I wanted and needed into journalism. So I can, and that just grew over like 15 years. Oh my gosh, 15 years. So I would dabble in music and still try to do as much as I could, but that was my focus.
Okay. And what was that one precise moment that simply influenced you into what you're doing for the rest of your career?
For journalism, having a future, making money. I mean, I was in so many failed record contracts, so many failed management contracts. I was disillusioned. I was hurt. I was like, you know what? I need to make money. So I did, band work, stuff like that. But that was like a pivotal point for me.
Okay. And also too, who are some of your favorite artists, singers, and musicians growing up?
Definitely Duran. I mean, that's bar none, but like Aretha Franklin. Aretha Franklin's amazing. Always will be amazing. No one will ever be another Aretha Franklin. There's no, and of course, you have your Whitney Houston's, and I like Pink, and and I love alternative, and I kind of like everything. So, but those are I would say Aretha.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like you're really getting into everything as well too, and of course you also covered hockey, and I realize you cover hockey as well too. Was it for some NHL team or anything like that, or
No,
kind of drew you into hockey?
Yeah, it was just I was just starting. It was years and years ago, but yeah, it was like the American Hockey League, and then I covered one of the drafts. So that was in Toronto. That was years ago. And they say it's one of the best sports for women to be in and cover. Best experiences I've ever had. The coaches, the players, are respectful. It was good compared to American baseball, where they're not as professional, a lot of them.
Boy, the way my favorite team is playing, it's like I can understand why. Of course, if you're those who live in New York, that's a different story, or Los Angeles or anything like that. But who are some of your favorite players that you really enjoyed?
I used to love the New York Mets, but when they started I think after the strike in the 90s, mid 90s, I just lost interest. So, and then I got more involved in music and stuff like that. So I don't really follow anyone anymore. It's just, I just lost interest in it after. So I was disillusioned. I'm a traditionalist, and baseball lost that. And I just didn't want anything to do with it. Now that NL has a DH now.
I think the DH is about to go into the National League from now on. Pitchers can no longer bat. I think a lot of changes happen. It's like tampering with the playoff system. I think you also had some other
play and all that. I was like, I'm no. No.
Or what was it? What was it that last year, like during the pandemic and everything, they did a thing with extra innings. Like you start off at second base. It's like, boy, this is like grade school stuff. My God,
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Like I said, I haven't really closely followed it, to be honest with you. But I just not for me anymore.
Mm-hmm. So. And as we speak, Bobby Bonilla is still getting his $1 million check in the mail as we speak. Yeah.
Yes. That's the running joke, because my husband's a Pittsburgh Pirate fan, and he's like, well, at least we don't have a Bobby Bo, forever. I was like, yeah, I know. Yeah.
Well, Bobby Bonilla played for the White Sox as well too. That was kind of a running joke in Chicago as well too. And of course, you being a partner and editor of Christian News Journal and contributor to Fox News, and you can tell us about how you got involved with those as well.
Well, I'm not with the Christian News Journal anymore.
Okay.
I'm with I'm a contributor with Fox, so I've been doing that for the last six months. But at the News Journal, it was more into politics than anything else. And to be quite honest with you get burnt out. I did some faith pieces and stuff like that, entertainment pieces. But with Fox, I went straight into lifestyle, which is a nice break, to be honest with you. So I was with the Journal about three and a half years, and I can't really disclose a lot of this, what happened. But it was an independent outlet, and I want to be also grow and do something else, and then an opportunity with Fox came as a contributor. And so, other things are happening, but I can't speak of that either because nothing's finalized.
Mm-hmm. And you also interviewed some great people, like you interviewed Harrison Ford, Dolly Parton, John Taylor, Jimmy Carter, Antonio Banderas. And, tell us about some interviews that you have, and who was your favorite interview of all?
Oh boy. Wow. I got to see Dolly. And I think I've said that before because she's just very sweet. I would say she's great. Harrison Ford was very intimidating. He was fine, but it's Han Solo. It was Han Solo. Banderas was awesome. He was very charming. I would say Dolly. You know, Dolly. What you see is what you get with that woman.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion. I mean, like, you know, I don't know her, obviously, but I would say Dolly.
Okay, it's certainly amazing too what she's done as well too, and I guess what being a Rock Hall of Fame, some people are up in arms about that. I have no problem with that, to be honest with you. So
She wanted herself off the ballot.
oh, that was it. Okay, all right.
She didn't want to, you know, she didn't want to take it from someone else. She's like, you know, let it go to someone else, and she's going. So I mean, that's kind of like she's. I mean, what's not to like about her? I mean, yeah. So we're putting you in anyway. So I'm like, that's awesome. Good for her. And same thing with Duran Duran. They're going in.
Oh, yes, that's right. Your beloved band. That's right. And of course, we'll talk about one of your influences of Duran Duran and you being a singer. We'll get to that in just 1 minute. But first, to listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition way. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews in Eve 11 and enjoyed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, over 40 podcast platforms, heard in over 100 countries. Also on Hamilton Radio, also Oldies FM, Diamonds Radio, and more. Take the Mike Wagner Show on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. I'll support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, themikewagnershow.com. You can buy me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com at the Mike Wagner Show. Make sure you do so today. We're here with the amazing Corine here on the Mike Wagner Show. She's a singer, songwriter, and former partner editor of Christian News Journal. Also contributed to Fox News, and she's also dreamed of becoming a singer and shelved that to 10 years. And it's also come to life, and you met Anna Ross as well. And tell us about that wonderful meeting you had.
Well, it was actually through a social media during the pandemic, you know, like in there, I guess no one, you know, people weren't working. And on Duran Duran, on the social media feed, she does vocal coaching. And that's how I was like, is this really like Anna Ross, you know? And it was a real deal. And I started doing vocal coaching with her. And that's kind of how everything started. And I had vocal coaching before, but it was something different with her and her technique, and to see encouragement. And I have a lot of respect for her. She also has her own like independent artist groups, and that also I think came after the pandemic. So I said, long story short, I'm like, okay, all right. So, I'm gritting my teeth. I was like, you know, Anna, would you be interested in, you know, maybe helping me with a single or doing something like that? I'm like, assuming no. I mean, and she's like, yeah, why not? And so she actually wrote Human. I came up with the lyrics, but they were just all over the place. It's so funny that I can write an article, but I just have no flow, and I'm not a lyricist. And so she wrote that. She wrote you. Came up with the concept, and then, you know, she wrote it, and that's how that happened.
Mm-hmm. I was just thinking about that, about with you not being a lyricist, or you're trying to work on it. You can take a news article and write a song on it. It's like, say, you know, the president today did this, and you make a song out of it. It's like anybody can create something nowadays. And if you did a song out of news articles, or a song off a news article, I think you make a nice genre right there. I think you came up with something.
Sometimes I think it should be just a parody.
Oh, that too. Yes, I think that's
Yeah.
probably next on my bucket list. Do a parody song. I've been wanting to do that for quite some time since Weird Al is getting up there too. So I mean, we need a parodist out there too. So.
Yeah. Exactly, friend. Exactly.
Uh-huh. And of course, you got that song Human. And tell us more about the song as well too, and what exactly inspired to write the song Human.
I think just dealing with depression. I've dealt with depression all my life, so this was particularly hard. I lost a couple of people that were close to me, and so you just go into this funk as just we're human. We're gonna make mistakes. You know, we're gonna fall, and we have challenges. I mean, we're just all trying to figure this thing out. By God's grace, we get through it, and we have some victories on the way. So that's basically about the human condition, human struggle.
Mm-hmm. And plus, too, you also written Fallen World as well, too, and Planet Earth. And tell us more about those and what inspired to write them.
Yeah, I didn't write Planet Earth. That's a cover of Duran Duran. I wish I wrote it. I didn't write it at all, but it was one of my favorite songs of Duran Duran, so I covered it. But it's Fallen World is living in a fallen world. Destruction, greed, corporate greed. Is just trying to keep your head above water in such a toxic culture and so forth, whether it's politics, it's news, it's crazy. So it's also about having faith in the Lord and trying to get through it. And and so that yeah, I did write that. It's very short, to the point.
Mm-hmm. And of course, it does. You make it short and to the point as well, too, and some other music as well, too. And if you have some others in the pipeline, you'll feel free to do so.
I hope so. Right now, I mean, we're going to release Planet Earth probably later this year, but I would love to get back in the studio and do some more work. Right now, I'm looking for guest singing with different bands and stuff like that to kind of get back into the flow of things. So I've been encouraged to do that and to network. I've been so used to networking for journalism. It's just like, it's a different mindset, so I got to prove myself again in another area. They're not gonna just let someone just off the streets come sing with them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And of course, singing journalists, that's another, genre you can put out there, singing journalists. So
I that man a coffee, people.
there you
Yeah.
go. That's right. So, yeah. So, and of course, you also talk about the transition as well, too. And where do you see yourself like in about 5 years from now or so?
I really don't know, Mike. You know what? I used to, when I was in my 20s, I was like, yeah. I really don't know. I really do not. And an honest answer, do not know. I hope it's more music, but we'll see, and freelancing and so forth. But I don't have an answer yet.
Mm-hmm. And we'll certainly, I'm sure, you have an answer as well, too. And of course, you're also on the Creative Motion Network on Roku, and encourage everybody about that, and also where can we also find your other music as well?
Yeah, you can Here Now, Corine, Corine. Here Now, I have all the tracks are listed on there except Planet Earth because I haven't released it yet. And they can find me on Instagram at Mercedes 23435. But Here Now is where everything is. That's where it's at.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. We'll certainly check that out. What's coming up for Corine and more. We'll find out just a minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor, The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Moses Missing, available on Amazon and paperback and ebook. We'll be back with the multi-talented singer-songwriter Corine, also contributor of Fox News, Corine, after this time out. We're back with singer-songwriter Corine here on The Mike Wagner Show, talking about our new song, Human, along with Fallen World, Planet Earth, due to be released very soon. And what else can we expect from you in 2022 and beyond, Corine?
I'm hoping to be a guest singer and maybe, do more live performances, just to get out there. So we'll hope with that. And, I have other things in the pipeline I can't talk about because they're not solidified. So as far as, journalism and working with other companies. So until that's finalized, I can't really say anything. But I think more music and getting, pushing yourself. I want to encourage people to push themselves, to do what they want, and at least try it. Yeah, you fail. We're going to fail. Fail in doing something that you like. If that makes sense. So I think, so I'm going to do an open mic, I'm going to start doing that. And, like I said, I'm trying to get booked to do some guest singing gigs, and we'll see,
And of course, you're feel free and come on and sing anytime as well, too. I mean, everybody on the internet is here for you. So we give you an open invitation. So, and who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
In journalism?
Anything in general.
Gosh, Mike, these questions, that's a very good question. Shoot, I'm so used to asking questions. In my career in journalism, I really don't have anything. Music, it would be, like I think it's like your Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin. I think definitely Duran, and Anna Ross last, like 5 years. So, yeah.
Okay. And what's the best advice you can give?
Wagner.
Oh, yeah. You know what? You can't forget about it. I'm glad you answered at the last second, which is good. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
I don't know, Mike. I was hoping you can give me advice. Long story.
Blank.
Give me some life advice. It's okay to fail forward. I'm older. I'm doing what I want to do. I'm going to do what I love, and I'm going to probably sometimes suck at it. I'm going to do it.
Mm-hmm. But of course, we encourage you to, be successful as well, too. And of course, we all make mistakes. We're all human, but we love to see you rise. Corine, looking forward to having you on. We're here with Corine on the Mike Wagner Show. And Corine, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. It was great meeting you. Looking forward to having you on soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact? Where can people purchase or check out your music or check out your shows?
Yeah, here, CorineHereNow.com.
Okay. All right. We'll certainly do so. Once again, Corine, a very big thank you for your time. You've been totally amazing. Looking forward to having you soon. Make sure you keep us up to date. Keep in touch. Love to have you back. We wish you all the best, and you've definitely got a great future ahead of you.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you for having me.